intermittent fasting. And what about what do you think about multiple day fasts every now and then, or 24-hour fasts, or 72 hours, or 5 days? What have you found in the research as far as that's correlating between intermittent fasting or calorie restriction, or what are the benefits or the negatives behind that?
Yeah, well, extended fasting is then like a step beyond the regular intermittent fasting. So if you haven't eaten, let's say, for 3 days, then you do see an even higher expression of these longevity pathways and down regulation of the growth pathways. So yeah, it can definitely be a good thing every once in a while, but there is also this the point of diminishing returns. So from my own opinion, I think that fasting any longer than like 3 to 5 days is probably not gonna give you like any additional benefits. It's you're just going to start to lose a muscle tissue. You do lose a bunch of weight, but most of it is gonna come from muscle tissue, and you will also have like this down regulation of the thyroid. Your metabolic rate goes down because of being in energy restriction. So like your life after breaking the fast is gonna be that much more difficult. So yeah, I personally think that most people don't really need to fast any longer than 3 to 5 days, unless they are like, let's say, super obese and very overweight. And then they can just, fast for longer just by virtue of having that much calories with them. Yeah. But, people who are relatively lean, especially those who exercise as well and they're fit, then they actually may start to get more negatives. They, lose muscle mass, they lose performance, they feel worse, etc., etc. So it depends on the person, but yeah, like I personally try to have maybe like a 48-hour or 38 or a 72-hour fast, maybe like a few times a year. But I'm not like really, I'm not like that worried about it. So I like if I don't have the mindset that if I don't do it, then I don't benefit my longevity. I'm already benefiting my longevity by doing daily intermittent fasting and exercising and eating a clean diet.
Yeah. So how would somebody, if they're going to do 3 4 days, what is your recommendation for them? Is it once every quarter, or is it okay for them to do, I mean, non-calories? They have to hit a certain amount, maybe a little bit of fat? Like, is there anything that you found that can help people get through that? So a lot of people are interested in doing this, but I think a lot of people do it wrong.
Right.
What have you found that helps you?
Yeah, well, I personally usually I will just drink like water, coffees, and tea. So these are 0-calorie beverages. They do help to suppress the appetite and almost like give you a bit more energy as well. Some people prefer to, or some people get very hungry and they need something that fills their stomach a little bit. So they may opt in for something like a bone broth, or this MCT oil coffee that a little bit of fat in it. And this fat, it doesn't really stop these benefits of the fasting, because your like insulin levels and blood sugar levels stay relatively low, and you do maintain this ketosis and fat burning state. So in some amounts that's fine, and if it does help you to, let's say, get through the fast, then I think it can be worth it. Yeah. And even then, there's actually like these fasting mimicking diet, where you're basically eating this small amount of like just low-calorie vegetables and very little protein, and that is also keeping you in this semi-fast state. So you can eat up to like 500 calories a day, but if you're doing it like in a very small amount and you're eating these fasting mimetic foods that are very low in calories and very low in blood sugar spikes, then you can also at least get a lot of the majority of benefits by doing that.
Okay, so chew on celery or something all day long.
Yeah, yeah. There's you can definitely do it at home, but there's also like this fasting mimicking diet kits that come with the pre-servings or pre-packaged servings of those foods. Okay. But that's like a different topic.